Welcome, inmates. This is the Lock In podcast. We're locked in, so are you. Grab a drink and let's chill. How you doing, Sean?
Yeet.
Yeet. I'm your host, Joel. This is episode 17. God, I started off better than the last one already. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm living life on the edge again. I'm drinking Corona.
Nice. I've got a brand new lager. I actually am drinking lager. I think, as people have heard before, I'm gluten free, but I've got a gluten free skinny beer, only 89 calories and gluten free. Obviously, it's actually really nice. I've missed the taste of beer a lot.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Is it good? Does it taste like garbage? Or is it alright? Is it?
It is. It's kind of like a slightly nicer Foster's. You know, I wouldn't say it's up to like a Peroni standard, but it's, you know, it's a good beer. It's a comfortable beer to drink.
Okay.
Yeah. How's your Corona?
It's very Corona. Is that a word?
Did you say it's very Peroni?
I said very Corona, not Peroni.
Oh, Corona. I was like, how's your Corona? Peroni.
Death.
Yeah, it's perfect. Anyway, I think
tastes like disease.
Tastes like
disease.
Tastes like bat. This week we're having a bit more chill. No serious subjects this one. Just something a bit more relaxed. I think, and we've actually come to the end of our films, haven't we, Sean? I was just thinking.
Yeah. Shall we start with Ponyo?
Should we just start? Get out of the way.
Shall we start and get it out of the way and that?
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeet this thing out of the way.
Yeet it right out of
right.
Out of the ballpark.
Yeah. So. All I'm going to say is that Ponyo was a film released in 2008 by Miyazaki in Studio Ghibli, and I have seen this film before.
Yes.
Joel, and I know that this film is strange, and
yes.
So I was like, I couldn't wait to see how Joel, what do you think of this film? Let's just go into it. This is dive right in.
That was a weirdly long pause. You're like, I can't wait to see how... Joel, what did you think? Like, what did I think?
There's a segue, and that's why I'm not the host, people.
Yeah. That's all right. Someone can keep us riled on just slightly. It was really fun. I enjoyed the beginning of it. I think more than anything else. Okay. When he was like, "Oh, look at my fish! I love my fish." All I kept doing was looking over at my fish because I sit next to him in my desk chair. Mm-hmm. And while I was watching the film, and I was like, "Oh, I love you too. I love you too." And I was just like, "Oh, I love my fish so much." And I think that's why I enjoyed the beginning so much. But it's all right. Weirdly, Liam Neeson's in it. He's the main villain. That confused the hell out of me.
Again, he's not really a villain though, is he? He's just kind of. Yeah. He's the antagonist for like a miniature of a second, and that's bad.
Yeah. His character turns around, but he begins as the villain then, I guess.
Yeah.
I just heard the voice and I was like, is that Liam Neeson? Yes, it is.
It pulled every time he spoke, I was like, it pulled me out of the film just a little bit. It's too famous. It's too famous of a voice, but like, yeah.
Well, in 2008, I guess he possibly wasn't as famous. I don't know when his big roles were, but I just kept thinking of Taken. I was like, oh, he's got a certain set of skills and he's going to find his daughter. And that's what the whole film is, which is great.
God, how different would that film would be?
Yeah. So it's weird. It's a weird one. It definitely wasn't my favourite. Not even close. Possibly my least favourite.
Really?
It was just odd. It held my attention up to about halfway, and then I was just like,
what the fuck's happening?
Yeah. Like exactly that.
She's got weird feet and hands, and she can walk on water, and she really, really, really likes ham.
Yeah, this weird little girl basically licks blood. Oh, hopefully you guys have seen it. Licks blood off this kid's hand, then becomes a human. I say this little girl, she was a fish at the first part. And then she goes and saves her other sisters that are all fish. And then they become proper fish, not fish with faces. And not fish with human faces. They clearly have faces. And it's hard to describe this film because it's insane. But they did do ancient fish, and I like the ancient fish part, but I mean, overall, I'd give it like a 6.
You have no idea what's going on. Because I've seen this film more than once now. I will give it probably. I get it a bit. It's the madness. It didn't hit me as hard. And when I first watched it, I was like, which was a good few years back. I watched it. I was like, what? hell is happening? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
We just hit a certain point in the film. You're like, okay, it's fine. Yeah, okay, I get it. You know, that's pretty cool. And all of a sudden, it's like, and I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
And it's and from that point on, for about pretty much all from there all the way on to the end of the movie, about halfway, literally for the second half of the movie, it's just you going, what? What? And then it gets to the end, you're like, oh, okay. And it ends, and he's like, the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
What just happened?
I fully agree with that. The first half, it felt like a good start to a film. Like, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good film. I'm enjoying this. It lost me. Fully lost me at the second half.
Yeah. Now I've seen it more than once. I've seen it, I think I've seen it 3 times. I can enjoy it more because it's not, as I said, it's not as crazy and everything else. But it is, yeah, I mean, the one thing that does always...
Did your brain shut down there?
It did for a bit, yeah. Was it obvious?
It was a nice pause followed by, I'm going to stop talking and talk about something else.
Dude, it's been a long week, all right?
Yeah.
Brain's partly shut it down. The other thing as well, the mum was a terrible driver. I just want to point... Every single time she drove on the thing, she was like, don't worry, we'll beat the tsunami. It's like, no. Take the mountain road and it'll be safe. No, we're going to beat the tsunami. But you got a kid. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. It was...
The whole time.
Yeah. I like that she started drinking with the kids around. She was just like... It kind of showed her as a terrible mum, but like almost a realistic mum. Like she's so disappointed that the husband couldn't come home.
She's not a terrible mum, but she's a terrible driver.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're like, don't worry, I'll save the day. Yes, but endangering our lives.
Yeah. But it's an anime and they were the protagonists. They were protected by plot armor.
The mum's just a bad driver. And the ham, I mean, I want ham.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I did find out with a little bit of research that I did. By research, I mean I just typed the name in Google and just read the first couple of things that turned up. Because we're lazy.
Yeah.
I have work. Joel doesn't. Joel's got no excuse. But
True.
It is based on The Little Mermaid.
Oh, okay.
Which makes, if I say it, does that make a little bit more sense?
Yeah, I guess it does.
So, yeah, it is based on Little Mermaid and everything else. But the other thing I do want to point out, food in anime. Why does food in anime look so good?
Yeah. Have you seen Food Wars, the anime?
No, mainly because I like my food and I'll be hungry every single time I watch it. But I have seen like pictures of it, and every time I see something from it, I'm like, damn, that looks so good. Like every single time.
It's so attractive that people get turned on by it. It's such a weird anime, but I like it a lot.
Oh, but yeah, this is the last. What are we gonna do now, Joel? What are we going to watch?
Oh yeah, this is the last one of the Studio Ghibli album or whatever it was. Album, like a group. I don't know. What do we call it?
The list of films.
Playlist. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I wanted to watch Graveyard of the Fireflies.
Okay.
Graves of the Fireflies. It's also another Studio Ghibli one, but by a different director.
Okay.
So should we do that for next week, and then we'll decide an actual next one? Because I didn't think that was the end.
I was going to suggest maybe Steven Spielberg.
Ooh.
I mean, that's a lot of films.
Let's have a chat about it after the podcast, because that could be nuts, but it could be long. Let's try and do Grave of the Fireflies for next week, and then we'll discuss in the week. How's that?
We've seen, yeah, okay, fair enough. So we did Lord of the Fireflies.
I think it's called Grave of the Fireflies.
Right.
I should probably Google that, actually. Give me 1 second and I'll confirm.
We'll just edit this bit out.
No, it's fine. It's called Grave of the Fireflies. I did it straight away.
Okay, sweet.
Perfect.
The efficiency of your laptop is so much better next to this jet engine that I'm next to in Heathrow.
Yeah. Your laptop needs an upgrade fairly soon, I think.
I'm looking at laptops. I'm looking at laptops because it's. I can hear it now. Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, I can. Hopefully, I don't think the mic picks it up. When I've edited, I've made sure it's not too obvious. But anyway, what have you been up to this week? You've said it's been a long week.
It's been a long week at work. It's okay. Mainly, it's person at work. We call him Brian. Let's call him Brian. Brian, I like Brian. Part of me likes Brian a lot, but he's the best wind-up merchant in the world. And Monday, Tuesday, I'm okay. Wednesday, it's starting to get to me. Thursday and Friday, I was on the verge of killing him. I was looking at the grinder, I was going, well, I can either put my face into this grinder and end it, or I could put his face into this grinder and end it. It's one of the two options.
And as you're here, you actually killed him.
Yeah, he's gone now. He's no longer a problem, guys. I'm hiding the bodies, don't worry. He was white as well, so no one has to worry.
This is it. Like the police are going to pull up the confession list of. So you said you killed Brian in a face of the grinder.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone called Brian actually did die this week, with like face into grinder, and then
a police officer just breaks down. Like, go, 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 go! And just get pinned down.
We got him. That'd be well good. Anyway, yeah. So
Brian lives. Unfortunately, Brian lives. But yeah, just certain things. It was like, the thing that. Okay, I've got a question for you here, Joel.
Yeah.
Why should you not Why should you not abuse antibiotics? Like, why should you not abuse antibiotics? What's the main reason?
What's the main reason to not abuse them?
Yeah,
they become less effective, and the virus can become resistant to it, or the bacteria can become resistant to it.
Yeah, I said that to him. I then googled it and showed it to him, like physical evidence so that it's because he was going like, it's your immune system. Your immune system gets used to the antibiotics, and therefore it don't work anymore. And I'm like, you can't. It's the drug. Why would your body get used to? Why would body get used to something that it helps it? It does makes no sense. It's the drug that resists it.
I think your body can become resistant to things.
It probably can come, but the idea is that antibiotics, it's an aid, it's a boost, it's an ally against fighting the disease. It's the disease that gets a resistance to it, not your body.
Okay.
His argument is that your body gets a resistance to it. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's the disease. The disease gets a resistance to it because it doesn't kill all 99% of it. And it's going like, because it doesn't
all 99% of it. Would it not be all 100%?
Well, no. Antibiotics doesn't kill all of it because there's always like the percentage. They always calculate that a percentage of it may or probably is resistant to the antibiotics. It's just you weaken the disease so much that your body can do the rest.
Okay, all right. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
didn't know.
But you have to keep coming up because if you have to keep coming up to basically hammer it down, your aid and everything else. That's why you have to take the whole bottle for it. Because if you take it, you feel better. Because the problem is that you feel better. Good chance is that you're kind of not ill anymore. That's why I'm saying. But you have to continue taking the full amount because it still boosts your immune system, so you can get rid of the drug properly. Because if you take it, stop. The disease can come back, and it comes back harder and stronger because it
comes back more resistant to it.
The disease is now more resistant to it. So it's like, that's the whole thing. I tried to explain to it. I tried to show. He just wasn't having it, and I was like, and he was going around the whole. He was going around the whole side, going like antibiotics. I was like, listen. He started on Monday. For Thursday, he was stopping people in the street, walking past, as he went to as he went to get his lunch. He was going like antibiotics. I was like, this is a poor woman just walking her dog down the street of London. And like da. Antibiotics, right? Excuse me, what's going on? Hey, what? just stopping random women and everything, and random people around the street going like, let's have a chat. It's like these people, quite clearly, they're like, I just want to go and not talk to this person. It's like, Brian, shit.
Am I gonna have to cut that?
Yeah, just edit that name out.
Wonderful. He just said his real name. I only cut out the tiny bit. He just said his real name and then just went, Brian.
Whoops.
I
think that's more funny than me telling the whole story and everything else so far.
Yeah, that was the best moment.
It's always worth putting in. Should we just leave it?
Sure. I mean, if you're happy to.
Yeah, I like him, but man.
Yeah, that sounds rough. Is it not worth?
It's not
just
that rough.
Ignoring him, just being like, sod it.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop. It literally does not stop. Yeah, it just keeps. It's relentless every single time.
I guess. Yeah, it's not worth even just talking to him. Just leave it. Those sort of people. Does he have kids?
No.
He sounds like an anti-vaxxer, so I hope he doesn't have kids.
No. Oh, yeah, anti-government, anti-everything. He's just a very...
Yeah.
It's like even guidelines on the underground's changing, so you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And he's still going on. He's still going on
Wednesday,
about
was it?
that one time where the news reported that we don't know if masks actually help, do nothing, or make things worse. They don't actually. It was a period that we didn't know and everything else. And they were talking about the surgical mask and everything else. What he got from that was that masks don't work. So from the moment coronavirus hit, he's been going around to everybody who's wearing a mask and like, that don't work. Literally, random people on the street again. Do you know that mask doesn't work? It's actually kidding you.
Poor guy. Oh, mate. It just...
And then I tried to explain the fact that this is what they're doing. And he was like, the government have no idea what's going on. It's like, yeah, but it's a brand new disease. They don't know everything. It's, yeah, but they don't know. I wouldn't trust them. They're clearly lying and don't know anything. It's like... But they don't know what's happening. They're learning as they go along.
What's that?
He's good at what he does, but I mean, every single time I talk to him, it's like, oh god, I'm gonna go nuts. Oh god.
That's funny. I was gonna say, like, oh god.
Yeah, he's that person who I'll turn around and be like, yeah, there's gravity on the moon. He'll be like, no, there isn't. And no matter how much evidence I show, he'll be like, there's no gravity on the moon.
No gravity on the moon. What does that even mean?
Well, someone's had an argument. I haven't mentioned it to him at all because someone. Part of it, sometimes it's fun. I get bored. It's fun to wind him up. But the thing is, once you put something to him, he won't shut up about it for weeks and months and everything else. But someone went to him like, went to him talking about the moon and everything else. He was like, yeah, there's no gravity on the moon, is there? He went, there's no atmosphere. It's gravity, but there's no atmosphere. He was like, no, there's no gravity. No matter how much evidence, like, but the tides and everything else, he won't believe there is no gravity. I mean, he won't believe there's gravity on the moon.
Firstly, everything has gravity. I have gravity. That's how gravity works.
Don't get that complicated with him. It's funny. He's a great guy. He's great at being a builder. He's great at what he does. And
I bet he even thinks Epstein killed himself.
Probably. Well, he did, didn't he?
Conspiracy theories. Huh?
Well, he did.
Yes. Suicide.
Clearly.
It was on suicide.
You got to edit his name out, but yeah, it was just so annoying. I was listening to it like, going crazy.
It's quite funny. There's I was gonna say with all the other ones. I mean, actually, conspiracy theories. I was watching the Epstein documentary while I brought it up straight away. I was watching it last night. I haven't seen all of it yet, but it's just amazing, like how someone gets away with something for so long, like with so much evidence mounted against him. When you've got so much money and power, how you can just escape conviction for so long. Insane. Oh yeah, he's just drinking. Brilliant. Well, good time. I mean, actually, with the, I was gonna say, do you want to talk about conspiracy theories at all? I thought that would be quite funny. It was like 5G on the moon, 5G causing corona on moon. I'm just saying, load of them at the moment. Moon landing failed.
Okay, the thing is you want to start this because you know I'm gonna rant about one of them. You get mentioned one, and I'm like, it's stupid, it's this, and I'm gonna rant about how people are stupid and they deserve to like be castrated and everything else.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Right, go for it.
Should people that believe in conspiracy theories be castrated?
Yes. I didn't even hesitate there. It's just...
It's a good line. Is that yeah? Should that be a little tick box? Yeah. Do you believe in this? Yes. Oh, okay.
Along with people
infertile.
Yeah. Along with people who decide to be, hey, this movement is a great idea. I will find it blindly and not question anything that ever happens within this movement ever.
We're going back to political. Okay, I'll avoid that one.
Avoid that one because movements are great, but they have a tendency of making people stupid sometimes.
Okay.
I think that's not a bad thing. Most movements are for a good cause, and I support those causes. But I'm not going to blindly follow something and the people in it when there's dickheads in the movement because they're full of human beings and human beings are dickheads. In fact, I'm one of them. I am a human being and I'm a dickhead. Joel can confirm this.
Are you okay, Sean? Is everything okay at home? It feels like an angry Sean day.
I am angry.
You can talk about your anger if you want. Do you want to vent? You want a little bit?
Let's talk about conspiracy theories, and I will use that to vent my anger.
Yeah. All right. Where do we start? I mean, I think the moon landing is one of my favourites. Did we land on the moon, mate?
Yeah, we did. We did land on the moon, and I understand why people may. The thing is, that with a conspiracy theory to work, someone's got to gain something from it from lying. For America lying, saying we didn't, they didn't land on the moon, but we did, and everything else, and it all works out. They got something to gain at the time. It was a space race and everything else. However, there's so much evidence that I landed on the moon. One of which, at Russia, the person they were racing against were like, "Yeah, you landed on the moon." There's more people in America who don't believe that America landed on the moon than Russia.
Is that a fact, or is that just you saying that?
No. That is a fact.
Wow.
More people in Russia believe America landed on the moon and beat Russia to the moon than America does.
That's insane.
This is just, it's like, no, the Americans believe. The American government kind of goes, congratulations, you beat us fair and square, good job and everything else. Like, during the height of the Cold War and everything else. And people are like, no, we didn't land on the moon, it's a lie. You think if there was a shed, just a shed of like doubt, Russia would be like, all over that shit.
Yeah.
But
They'd
no,
be
they
all
just
up in their grill.
Yeah, exactly. They just put their hands up and like, yeah, you won. There's
Yeah.
other stuff as well, like lasers, and they put panels so you can shoot lasers and the laser bounces back and everything else because of reflection of light.
Yeah, well, they said basically the way the shadows worked, it's impossible, right? That the way the sun makes shadows, there's no possible way that they could have done that at the time of the technology.
Yeah, that multiple people who work in Hollywood and film and everything else have pointed out that you can't simulate the sun. It's impossible. You can't simulate natural sunlight. It's too bright and everything else. To get the pictures that you get of the thing, it's very.
Well, they're saying you can now. You actually could now.
We can now.
Back in the day, you couldn't.
Well, no. Back in the day, you could if you invested into the technology and everything else, but it actually would have cost them.
When it happened.
Well, they had the laser. It was red, so they had everything would be red. So they had to invest to make it multiple that natural light color and everything else.
Yeah.
Visible light, and then but to invest in that technology and everything else to progress that side, it would have cost more than the actual original price to send man to the moon was.
Really?
Yeah, it would cost a lot more. It was cheaper to send man to the moon than to fake the moon landing.
That's quite funny.
From the lighting perspective and everything else. So it's like,
We just think about it. Back in the day, like, what was that? It was 69, right? That was 51 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That
it is ridiculous.
And
like,
back in that day.
I do get why people go like find it hard to believe, because I'm guessing you've been
barely working cars back in the day at that point.
Well, in England, yeah. I mean, Germany is a different story. Turn the car on, works first time. England, we're too busy protesting and asking. Unions informed and wanted more money, and then it was a good thing. And then they got too big for their boots and asked for too much money, and nothing got done.
There you go. History lessons with Sean.
Overly simplified history lessons.
I like that. You should do oversimplified everything. We could do oversimplified conspiracy theory. Does 5G cause corona? No.
I don't get. It's no. How can I don't get it? It's a disease. How can no?
That's what they want you to think. They want you to think it's a virus. It's actually the 5G towers.
But no.
Obviously, this is a joke. I'm not spreading false information.
But there's no. But no. It's just
if you
stupid.
found out 5G actually was doing it in the end, and it was like an illness caused by radiation, would you be like, "Oh, I feel stupid"?
No, because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. No. The amount of radiation. The thing is, if people think it's about radiation and everything else and stuff like that, it's not a disease. It's radiation. Radiation sickness has different symptoms to what a disease, to what corona is. Corona is classic flu symptoms. That's just on steroids. It's the best way to look at it. Corona is the flu on steroids. Okay, and people die from the flu anyway. Corona. It's again, so more people get to die from it. We don't know how to combat it and everything else. Radiation has very different symptoms.
Very type of radiation.
What's this fucking Fallout 4 now? You have mutants walking around going, "Row."
Can there be different types of radiation? I guess surely there can, right? We can't have figured out. Oh, that's all the radiation ever: alpha, beta, and gamma, right?
No, there is more. There's infrared. UV.
Is that radiation?
Radiation.
Infrared radiation? Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no,
is there just any
radiation is a form of? I thought radiation was a form of light. Because X-ray,
waves. It's all waves,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's all right. It's all light waves. I thought it was light.
Oh, yeah,
it's all part of the light spectrum.
Well, no, because light is part of it. It's just a wave, right? Light is actually part of the spectrum. You can't just say it's all light.
I'm gonna say this right now. If anyone's a scientist, I'm so sorry for causing you a headache of how stupid me and Joe are. Because we're getting so many things wrong. No, I thought it was part of the light spectrum.
it's changing. Because what's it called? Is it? Because it's up and down waves that go that way. Because you can't do back and forth waves.
Well, waves go up and down anyway, Joe.
Yeah, but then there's back and forth waves, which are sound waves, because they're not the same waves.
Yeah, but infrared is a visual thing, and that's how light. So it's a visual spectrum. So we live in the visual spectrum, which is radiation.
We
live
in the visual spectrum. We live in every light. Spectrum. You're on the spectrum.
I'm talking about how we see and everything else. We live in the visible light section, so that's how we think.
We see in the visible light.
Yeah. And then there's infrared, then there's UV light, there's also X-ray. X-ray is another thing. It's light that travels through you, through your skin, and because you can't go through your bones, it shows the thing. It's an X-ray. It's light, because it's a photograph.
It's light because it's a photograph.
Well, no. When you get an X-ray or something, it's the same process as a photograph. It's a camera. A camera works the same way as your eye works.
So many things were just said. So an X-ray penetrates your body because it has it's a higher wavelength. It's a different
type,
frequency. Sorry,
it's a different type,
smaller wavelength.
Yeah, but it's a different wavelength than everything else. But it's a different form of light. So it goes through you, it goes through your skin more easily, but can't go through your bones and other parts of your body.
Yeah,
I'm not a doctor, so I guess it goes.
Of it. So when it rebounds, that's what comes back into the picture. I don't think it's a light, though.
Yeah, but that's how a camera it works the same way as your eye. It's a very similar process. That's why they say a camera never lies, because your eyes never lie unless you're blind.
Unless you're blind. In fact, they are light. Electromagnetic radiation, to use the technical term, since electrons are the lightest known particle. Blah 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 blah. Photons. X-rays can be juiced between electron and proton. Yeah, it is light.
See, I'm not stupid.
You were smart. Look at you. Also, the thing is called electromagnetic radiation, like the spectrum.
Okay.
So, sweet science.
See, I know it.
So is a gamma ray light then?
I think gamma ray. I'll presume it's light. It might not be. Thinking about it, I might have gotten that wrong.
Electromagnetic spectrum still. Do you know about the most energetic form of light? Yeah, there is. It's all light. Look at you. Look at you doing big brain things.
Oh my god, there's signs of intelligence.
Yeah, he's alive. He's alive. Brain cells are there.
I am self-aware of my intelligence. Everyone run. World domination's coming next.
Well, I apologise for
everyone.
Sean.
Yeah, everyone's here worried about Donald Trump and Boris Johnson. Fear me.
Fear Sean. Sean's coming the next Prime Minister.
I'm small, just like every other dictator in history, and I'm self-aware of my intelligence. It's gonna happen.
You're kind of looking like Albert Einstein at the moment with your hair at the moment. Look at that.
I need a haircut so badly.
Yeah.
I want the barbers to open so much.
Same. I can't wait for things to open again. Damn. Actually getting a proper haircut. Going to a restaurant. Going to a pub. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, go on a holiday.
Going on holiday. So much.
Yeah.
Where's the first place you want to go?
Anyway, it doesn't really matter at this point. Just not England. Nice. Can I just say, I hope we go to Scotland at this point.
I mean, even England right now, to be honest, considering we can't even leave our village or villages, towns, wherever you live in now.
Cornwall. I hope we go to
Cornwall. Like Cornwall, Dorset. It'd be sick. I'd love to go down that way. Norfolk. Yeah. There's places to go still.
Yeah. I just want to point out, I don't hate Scotland. It's just wet.
It is wet.
Yeah. It just rains. I've been to Scotland twice, and it's rained every single time. It's
2 times that you went. He did go in February, but we won't discuss that.
True. I didn't tell you this, but we went to because we went to the Fringe Festival, which I'm not sure that's in February or not.
I have no idea when Fringe Festival is. Obviously, that's jokes.
To the power of Google.
Yeah,
go Joel.
I'm getting a
Run.
lot today.
Run, Joel.
All right, Fringe Festival 2020. Let's have a look. Boom. It was in
It was going to be
in Edinburgh.
the months.
Month. Just says cancelled. It was cancelled month. That's what it says every time.
Where was it? When was it last year, Joel?
Yeah, let's just try 2019. Yeah, it's difficult. Anyway, go on. Keep August. There you go. It's August.
Okay, cool. So yeah, and I went to the film festival. It rained pretty much most of the time. Oh no, it didn't rain for 2 days, and it was actually quite sunny. It was quite nice.
But it's lying.
I know. I forgot. I was drunk most of the time. But we was crossing. I was with our friend Callum. We was crossing the bridge, and it's 7th Rail Bridge, I believe. The motor bridge next to the 7th Rail Bridge, whatever it's fucking called, I don't know. It's a big ass bridge. And we was crossing the thing, and because we was crossing down there a couple of times to get to the Fringe Festival, a police officer actually stopped us and said, "Are you okay? People get depressed with the weather. Are you not going to jump off the bridge?"
No way.
Yeah, people check with us.
I mean, that's kind of funny. Also, not funny. But
no, it's not funny. It's just very.
It's funny that someone stopped you. It was like, "Excuse me.
I mean,
are you going to jump?" You clearly looked depressed. You get them both like, "Let's go to this bridge."
Do I look depressed now, Joe?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Looks like it's been a long week. Looks like it's been a long year for you, Sean.
And the others. Count the others.
Yeah. It's the eyes. It's the bags under the eyes. You're like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Well, I get up by 5. Don't go to 6. 5 days a week.
What have you done today though? Like, surely you slept in today.
Yeah, I slept into about. I'm not gonna lie. I slept into at 10 o'clock. I have no shame. I did wake up. My thing is, I don't need an alarm clock anymore. I just wake up naturally at 5 o'clock. So I woke up naturally at 5 o'clock. Looked at my phone. I was like, Saturday.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, we're recording Saturday, not Sunday today. So it's giving me a whole extra day to edit. So, but this will still be uploaded Monday.
Which means I expect the quality to be better, Joel.
No, I'll just edit out. I was gonna say it again, but actually I don't want to have to edit it out twice. I should edit out one person's name. That's all I'm doing.
And the jet engine I'm standing next to.
And the jet engine, exactly. Do you know? So I know I'm just fully changing subject here. I found out a cool fact the other day.
Is it about jet engines?
Do you know why teddy bears are called teddy bears?
No. And where did this come from?
So,
why were you googling teddy bears?
So I wasn't googling it. I think I watched Pointless or something. It was on it. So do you know where the term teddy bear came from?
Is it Germany?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Ah.
When he refused to shoot a bear cub that was out in the wild when he was out hunting. And he was like, "Oh, it's so cute in my wonderful load of area in like Yellowstone Park. I refused to shoot that." And they were like, "Oh, it's a teddy bear." They named it after Teddy Roosevelt.
Okay.
Or Theodore Roosevelt. What a cool little fact, right?
That is a cool little fact.
Use that in your next pub quiz.
Well, I can't because you're probably going to be in it.
Oh, yeah, true.
Everyone else use it in your pub quiz. If that's still happening. We're doing a mastermind thing now for, oh God.
We are. Yeah, I think pub quizzes are still, I think they're still on the up and up, but a lot of people are changing now. Like, so many people have done so many. I feel like people are getting tired of their extended family when they're trying to do them now.
The one thing that is good is like, because normally that with your uni friends that, for some reason, I literally feel like I am a Jerry with your uni friends. I'm literally just been adopted by you lot.
You have.
Yeah.
Or it's more like you just keep turning up, and now you're just like, oh, okay, here's Sean.
Well, no, because they kept inviting me.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Joel didn't invite me. I just want to point this to everyone. Joel kind of stopped inviting me after the first time. All the others are like, so when you coming down again? It's like, Joel hasn't invited me. Well, fuck Joel, come down anyway.
That's not true, actually. At uni, don't give me that.
That was kind of true.
Nah, it was good fun. I guess you just been adopted pretty much since after uni though, right? Like when you were invited up to other people.
Yeah, I wasn't
friends in Oxford and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I literally thought after that you finished with uni, I thought I expected you to stay in contact, but the fact that I've been like dragged into it, I was like, oh, guys,
kind of cute. Well, you helped us with our MMA stand. When I was at uni, I was actually part of the MMA society. I was actually the I can't remember what I was, treasurer or something. No, I was vice president. I was the second in charge of the MMA society, and we sat down to recruit people as we have like uni fairs, as I'm sure everyone that's gone to uni has. It's kind of like if everyone hasn't gone to uni, it's like everyone sits down at the beginning of every year, and you can go to a fair where every society ever is advertising. The biggest society is always at the front. You got your football and your rugby. But you got things like MMA. You got things like, I don't know, like Paper Plane Society or Anime
Fantasy
Society.
Fantasy Fighting Society, which was
yeah, fantasy fighting. There's seriously anything. Gaming society. Like there's a society for absolutely everything. And if there isn't one, you can make one. But I was part of the MMA one, as I like to train up there, and one of our friends was the president, and it was fantastic. But Sean was over one for a time, and I was like, oh, let's do this. And then the fair came up after I'd already invited him down. So I was like, yo, boy, you want to just come along? Otherwise you can just sleep in. And he was like, no, that's fine. And I sat down at the desk mainly, and I walked around a bit, but Sean went and sort of like recruited people and gathered them and was like, you want to do MMA? Like, you want to come over here? Like,
I was
I
more
think you should.
active than
He
you.
didn't go to our university. Sean was down to visit me. He didn't go to university.
I was on your website. I was on your university website.
We had photos with all the socks, and he was on the MMA website at Bucks. It was great.
Bucks University, and I'm there like, hey.
It was impressive.
I'm part of the university.
You did well.
Yeah, I went for one of your lectures as well, because you had to go for a lecture, and I just kind of. I just walked into a lecture one day. Walked into a lecture. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Because Joel was gone. I walked into it. He went to his where the lectures are. There was no one at the reception desk. For some, I guess the barriers were broken, so they were left open. And
it was always open. You could go in. You didn't need anyone to
okay, because
it was just always open.
Okay, I just thought it was broken. Yeah, I just thought it was broken. But yeah, you just walked straight in. There was no one at the reception. And I went, I guess you can go and have a look. I can't go and have a look. I walked into I literally just opened the door and put my head through, and there was basically like I forgot what the word's going to be. A meeting was taking place. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to lecture. I just said it. I don't know why I've forgotten it. And the lecture was taking place. I was like, we're just about to start. Are you here for it? I was like, yes, I am. For reasons
I mean, lectures
unknown.
are like 100 people normally, so I bet you just faded into the background. Lectures can't know everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's but
just
the mind.
In. You got a free session, mate.
I got a free session.
Free session.
If Bucks are listening to it, they'd be like, we want money for that session.
When you're 80 quid or whatever it is per lecture, per hour. Ridiculous. I'm sure they get paid more than that. $9,000 a year.
Yeah.
What is it per lecturer? If I'm doing maybe 15 hours a week, surely it's got to be loads.
Yeah, but surely it's paid by the student, like each student, so it will be a combination of them.
True. Yes.
It'll still be a lot.
It's a lot. But yeah.
But
Yeah,
but I got a free one, so find me.
A pretty one.
I got a free one.
Oh, you got a free one. A free little lecture.
I got a free lecture, so find me, Bucks.
I said something wrong, so a cut was just made, probably quite sharply. Anyway, I've been playing a lot of games.
Smooth.
Thanks, man.
Smooth.
We're professionals now.
Episode 17.
Huh?
Episode 17.
Episode 17. These sick cuts.
We're clearly a well-oiled machine at this point.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that was my mistake. That was something that can't be mentioned yet. Anyway, I've been playing Mario 64 a lot. I don't know if you've been playing any other games, but damn, do I love speedrunning games at the moment. I actually can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I'm not a speedrunner. I like to take my time and enjoy the game. I'm playing Persona 5 again.
Persona 5. All right.
I think that's a game that you would like. I think that'll be a good game for you to do a Twitch stream.
Oh yeah, a little Twitch stream of it. Yeah. That could be quite fun. Is it a JRPG? Is like Persona 5 is with Joker, right?
Yeah, it's JRPG. Yeah, it's basically A good way to describe it is this: it's Pokemon for adults.
Okay.
It's Pokemon
You
but
can
with
catch women instead of little monsters.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember hearing someone say something like that. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a relationship. It's got a relationship sim bit to it. It's split into two halves, but one half. It's the best way to describe it. It's basically Pokemon, but with more for an older audience. It's got mature themes and everything else.
I would say Pokemon can still be for adults because I love it and I play it all the time.
Oh, it is. The Game Freak have definitely. It's for adults, and I would definitely say that Pokemon's probably the best. I've said this a couple of times. I think Pokemon's probably the best video game ever.
Yeah.
Probably for the fact that it goes over such a wide demographic. There's so many people who enjoy it.
Yeah.
And everything else. People just love it. It's such a wide demographic. It could bring kids in. It could bring girls in. It could bring. Anyway, there's no. Put it this way, for you to not like it, you're gonna have to make your mind up that you don't like it. Because there's really no reason for you to dislike it. I feel.
Yeah.
If you don't like
it's not for everyone like an RPG, but it's so easy going. You can play it so relaxed, or you can play it as fast as you want. Like I speedrun that as well. But it's brilliant. Like to have the versatility, and then people have made like rules like the Nuzlocke rules. So basically, if a Pokemon faints in the game, it's dead. You can't use it again. If all your Pokemon faint, you lose. You have to restart. And also, you can only catch one Pokemon per area. Like it makes it so much harder of a challenge.
Oh, definitely.
But it's how adept the game is and versatile you can play it. It's really fun.
Yeah, but I would. But let's be honest, Game Freak have definitely made the mind up that this is a kid franchise aimed at kids, and have not gone down the route of making it difficult, making it too difficult, or having mature adult themes in it. They're going like, no, we'll play it safe and teach them about how animals are good and meant to be loved, which is it's not a bad thing. But at the same token, it's because I feel like there's a lot because in the new game there's a lot of outcry because people are unhappy about certain things.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's because you're older and you want more things. It's Game Freak have clearly made the mind up that this is for kids. You just have to accept it. You still like it and enjoy it, and everything else. I still like it and enjoy it. I like it's a game mechanic of it. It's my simplest game mechanic in the world. And some reason, it's like
they've just made it a bit easier as well, haven't they? Like I think between like the old ones and the new ones, it's just a bit easier. And I remember the outcry when you were saying outcry. There was the thing they were saying, it's weird you can't change between male and female halfway through the game. You only pick it at the beginning. Do you remember that being an outcry?
I know that it just got mad. It started off because you can't have all the Pokemon. It's like there's over 900 Pokemon or something stupid. I think that's reasonable to say you can't have them all.
Yeah. Oh, you got to catch them all though.
Buy one of the old games in.
Yeah, but no. The massive outcry, which I found funny, was there was a petition to be able to change your gender halfway through the game because they were like, "Oh look, it can happen now. Like, why can't this happen?"
Well, it's like it doesn't really matter, does it? Just pick at the beginning, done.
Yeah, but
if you pick what you identify as, and then you got nothing to complain about. It's a game. Just that's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I just remember that. That's the only other outcry that I've heard. But I love.
That's a silly outcry. That's being petty for the sake of being petty. Grow up.
It is.
And everything. It's like because I love The Witcher 3, and they're making and CG Projekt Red are making a game called Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 or something.
And I'm so looking forward to it. Oh my god, I'm getting moist. Yeah. I'm getting moist just thinking about that video game. Oh god. But
I remember seeing the trailer, like the original trailer, and I was excited for it because the original trailer dropped in I want to say 2012.
Oh, it was it's been ages.
It was dropped so long ago, and this game has been in because the Witcher series took off so much, and that they knew they could make so much money from it. It was shelved. But now it's going to be brilliant, and you can design the guy's penis.
Can you do that? I didn't realize that was a thing.
You can design his penis. You can design the entire character.
Nice.
16-inch sparkly penis.
I know one thing they did do was they got rid of the fact that you could be because it's based in the future. What's in the future? Would male and female be a thing? No. So you actually get to pick a body type, and you can pick a voice. So you could have a female person with a male voice, or a male person with a female voice. Like completely stripped clean and everything else and stuff like that. And people complain the fact that they got rid of genders. No, they didn't get rid of genders. They just made it free. People complain that they actually gave them. People complain they got given more choice. Put it that way.
That's funny. Yeah, it's just gender fluid at that point. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just a person.
Yeah, but both sides were complaining. Yeah, what's funny is that you've got people complaining the fact you got the gender fluid people going like complaining that it wasn't gender fluid, and you got other people going, and you got people complaining the fact that they all got all woke. It's like
that's funny.
you'll be given more option, and you're complaining about it. It's a video game.
Win.
You literally cannot win. It's a video game. They've got to stop the line at some point. Otherwise, it's like the game's never gonna get made. Like this is the customized. This is the first thing you do in a video game. It doesn't really matter what your character looks like anyway.
Yeah, it's all
to a certain
first person,
point.
isn't it?
It is gonna be all first person. Which again, people outcry at that because Witcher 3 was third person, and customization was going to play a big thing. And I get it because I was a little bit disappointed that it's not going to be third person. But they said they're making an experience, and The Witcher 3 was so good. I trust them to make a good first person game. It's not the end of the world.
I think so. You're only going to see your character during cutscenes. Is that correct then?
In some cutscenes.
In some, yeah. So but you can't see your character while playing. It's actually through your character's eyes.
I think what they're going to try and do is make this game make the game more or less solely from the point perspective. So the when cutscenes are happening, apart from a few where it would be in third person because development issues or it's gone down that it started off that route and everything else. It's going to be first person, so a cutscene could be happening, and you'll still be in first person, and you'll be able to look around within the cutscene and everything else. Kind of like what Assassin's Creed did in the first game, which is interesting, which I don't mind.
So, I like it, but what's the point of customizing your character then?
Why not? It gives you the option. As I said,
but if you're never going to see it, who cares?
Same thing for Skyrim.
But you can play Skyrim third and first person.
Yeah, but most people play it first person, which I don't understand. Because I don't... Fallout, I play first person. Skyrim, I play third person. And everyone I talk to is like, you're a crazy person. Why would you not play first person? It's like, because the first person is so janky in Skyrim. It's always like... It's literally like the arm action is literally one thing. It's like, I'll put the sword, like, what?
It's janky overall. The entire game's janky. They did something so big, so like above what they were capable of. It's still amazing what they did, but everything's janky. Everything.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah,
it is brilliant. I do like Skyrim. I prefer Fallout. I think it's just a perfect preference because I like sci-fi bit more than fantasy. Or I like it when they combine the two. It's why I love Star Wars. They just combine the two together. I've just looked at the time.
Was it 50 minutes?
Yeah,
that's all right. I guess we're cutting out.
Cutting
out a minute earlier on.
Do you want to do Never Have We Ever? I mean,
Would you rather?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Best. I was actually gonna. Yeah, actually, I'll do it. So it was funny, like the Would You Rathers. I think we spoke about this. We had a barbecue the other day, and a cool subject came up, which I'm going to run next. But I just want to say, the first one actually, I was having a think. Mate, that was just blabbering. God damn it. Would you rather? Would you rather
Go.
lose the ability to read completely, or lose the ability to speak?
Well, I can't do either now.
It's true. You can do them both to half an extent. What about completely though?
That's actually that's a difficult one.
Because you think speak straight away, right? In my mind, I did anyway. I was like, speak sounds so like. Of course, you want to speak to people, but reading is so vital to everything we do.
Yeah.
To be able to read like instructions, lifts, like getting in lifts, opening doors.
You can learn sign language.
You can, exactly.
I guess I'll go for the loss of speech and just learn sign language because that's probably the most convenient thing.
Really?
It will mean you need to find a new host, Joel.
Yeah. If we do a video one, you can be our you can stand next to me. Yeah.
Why are those things always on?
I really wish we did a video
late
call
at night
because of what Sean just did. the movement of hands. It's exactly... He knows sign language to a T already. Is all I want to say. Hi-ho, silver away. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, why are those things always on at night?
What?
The
What, like
the sign language is, why they're always on at night? Do they presume that people who are, I guess, they're for deaf people, aren't they? So I guess people who are deaf, do they presume they're just like nocturnal? They're like owls. They just come out and just were like, oh, okay, yeah, no, oh, nice. Everyone's asleep. I just have a tea and everything else. I mean, you know, I can't hear the birds tweet in the morning or at night. So what's the point of being up in the day? I mean, what's the actual? Why are they always on at night?
That's a good point. I haven't seen them in a long time. Are those shows still out? Like
yeah, they are. Oh, have you seen the David Attenborough thing where they did it on Planet Earth? Because one of the David Attenborough things that had a person on the sidelines at all times, and he was like, they're going to the depths of the ocean, and David Attenborough got the privilege of naming a few of them on the spot, like for the first time he's seen them, but of course, the person doing sign language wasn't told, so he was going like, and this is a blah 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 blah, and she went, fuck you.
Oh, yeah, what the hell is that? Did
like,
you just have to spell it out, I guess? That's kind of funny.
I guess, but I mean...
Yeah, how do you sign a new word?
Yeah, it's like a brand new word that she has no idea how to interpret it, or the person on the other end has no idea how to interpret it. I think she just points to the fish like, this.
Yeah. That's one of these. That's quite funny. I hadn't seen that. I'll have to Google that.
It's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd go loss of speech.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I would lose the ability to read.
Really?
Yeah. I talk a lot. And I like to talk.
We know.
Yeah. I know.
Mr. Interrupting.
I know. But hey, I'm a host, so that's what I've got to do.
Mr. Interrupt.
Mr.
Interrupt.
Yeah. Hey, last episode it was an interrupty one. This one's much better. You're fine. With the... Well, yeah, I don't know. I just think speaking is great. And no offense to anyone else that can't, but I just... Yeah, I don't think I could... I think I'd prefer not to read. I could ask you. Like, if I'm at a restaurant, I'm like, hey, can you just, like, tell me what these things are?
Well, I'm dyslexic, so I'll put one night anyway.
Yeah. It doesn't make a difference. But I think the circle I could surround myself with, I don't think I would need to read.
Okay, that's interesting.
And I can ask my phone to read me anything. I can just say, this webpage, oh, hey Google, read this to me. My phone just lit up as it did that. I think it's fairly easy these days. I don't think it'll be as difficult as I would imagine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway,
next one. Last one. This is how we wrap up the podcast.
Go.
What? This isn't a would you rather. This is something we spoke about. What is the biggest animal you reckon you could take on with your bare hands?
See, okay. What is the biggest animal you think you could take on? Because I'll be honest, I'll be surprised if we could take on a squirrel. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I think I can take on something bigger than a squirrel. Sorry, Joe.
I reckon I could. But I mean,
yeah, I think I could take something on bigger than a squirrel. But people who know us will be like, nah, I think a squirrel is probably your limit.
So let's say you get dropped in like a boxing ring, basically. Like you're in a square, there's nothing around, and you get dropped in, and it's a fight to death with this other animal. What's the biggest animal you can take?
Your bare fists.
With it, bare fists. You don't have like a tool or anything. You can still. Someone else said, "Can I use my intelligence?" Yes, you're still you. When we asked this, you can use your brains to try and think. Oh, go for the eyes or something. I don't know.
Biggest animal. Because the thing is, if we're going biggest animal, does that mean all the animals below it you can take on?
Yeah.
So if I say wolf, I'm saying I could take on a wolverine or a honey badger, because those things, because a wolverine's taken on have been active accounts where wolverines took on a lion or a polar bear in zoos and they've escaped and gone to other enclosures and won.
Is there?
Yeah, a wolverine has took on a polar bear and won. Now that is like some David versus Goliath crap right there.
Yeah, all right. Let's eliminate those then. I fully respect that. Let's say we ignore those. And what's the biggest? What's the biggest one animal you could take on?
Okay, and a mongoose. I want to limit. Okay, a biggest one animal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably say a wolf.
A
wolf on its own.
Big.
A wolf is big, but I think I could take on a wolf on its own. It'll be bloody, and it'll be a close call. But I reckon I could take a wolf on its own. Anything.
If it gets one big bite on you, I feel like you'd be dead.
Yeah, well, as I said, it'll be ferocious. It'll be blood. It won't be an easy battle. I'm not going. As you say, the biggest thing I think I could take on. I think a wolf is probably the biggest thing I could take on. But it will be. But it'll be close. I mean, if I make a mistake, I'm dead. But it's more of a case of who makes a mistake first in that case, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I better actually justify saying, hey, it's in, let's say it's in the creature's natural habitat. Because otherwise you just say, like, great white shark, and then you wait for it to, like, die on land, right? Like a whale shark. You're like, all right.
I can take on a blue whale in a boxing ring.
Oh. Yeah. It just doesn't do it.
Just let it dry out.
Yeah. So that's what I was just thinking. I was like, I wonder if I could take on... I was like, how do I beat Sean here? I was like, I'm not sure I could take on a wolf. But I can't say great white shark and just let it die. I guess I thought a big dog. That was what my brain was going to. I was just I reckon I could take on a big dog.
That's what a wolf is. It's a big dog.
Yeah, but that's a really big dog.
When you take on a hyena, that's a bigger dog. It's bigger than a wolf.
Is it? How big's a wolf? I feel like maybe I'm overthinking what a wolf is.
They're pretty big.
Wolf size. Is it? If it's under a meter, I could kill it. It's 1.2 to 2 meters long. Is the average wolf size? That's big.
No, I'm not saying it's not big. There's a place.
I
don't
think I
Devon
could take on a wolf.
There's a place in Devon where there's a place in Devon. There's a zoo in Devon.
Yeah.
Or maybe Cornwall. I get them. I know you're not meant to, but I do get them confused. Sorry from people who are from Devon and Cornwall, but you know, I'm from London. Yeah. You're both, country folk to me. I'm sorry. And I'm just city folk to you lot. It's all cool. I get it.
I was just thinking, how big is a Rottweiler?
So I'm surprised because we've asked you this a couple of times. You've gone like full ridiculous. Like, yeah, I could take on a tiger, or I could take on.
Oh, to be honest, I reckon I probably could kill a tiger.
You cannot take a tiger's bigger and stronger than a lion.
A lion? Oh yeah, good point. I reckon I could kill a lion.
I don't think you could take on a lion
in a boxing match.
No, you could not take on a lion in a boxing match.
Maybe I could.
No,
I think. Oh, actually, you know what? If we're going by like length of size, I reckon I could kill a crocodile. That's what I'd go with. I think that's bigger
in
than
its
a wolf,
natural habitat. You think you could take on a crocodile in its
natural
habitat?
Crocodile. Oh yeah, wait. Let's say it's on land.
Change the rules for your liking.
What? Yeah, wait. Yeah, I do. It's my question. What is the? Is its natural habitat? It's a amphibian. No, it's a reptile. So that means it's on land. It's on land and in water, right?
It's an amphibious reptile. By its hunting style, it's based on ambush attack through the water. Yeah.
Well, let's say I'm ambushing it on land.
How? It doesn't come to land. The only time it comes to land...
It goes and sits on land to warm up, right? It sits on land to sunbathe. Because it's cold-blooded. Because it's a reptile.
Yeah, I think you might find that crocodiles can run pretty quick in a short
I ambush
burst.
It, that's the point. It doesn't know I'm there. I'm like, bang,
but I also think they can reach around and grab their own tail. So how are you going to, like... Well, I know what you're going to do. You're going to try and jump on its head and, like...
Jump on its head, keep its mouth
shut.
Dumb. And then I just kill it.
Well, by punching it repeatedly in the face or something stupid.
Yeah.
When you think the crocodile's be like, he got me. I can't open my mouth. That's it. Done.
Yeah, pretty much.
For people wondering why I'm saying this, a crocodile has got one of the most powerful bites in the world, but it literally has the most weakest muscles to open its jaw.
Yes. Yeah. If you got sellotape and put it around a crocodile's mouth, it wouldn't be able to open its mouth again. Yeah,
just in case people were wondering, it's just people going like.
That's a good point. I'm glad you clarified. Yeah, I reckon I could take on a crocodile.
Yeah.
If I ambushed it, done. I don't think you could kill much bigger than that with your bare hands. Maybe a lion. Maybe I could take a lion.
No, you won't be able to take on a lion. A crocodile.
It depends. I think like one big punch to a lion. How hard's its skull?
It's pretty strong.
I reckon I could knock it out.
Skulls are always the most strongest, one of the most strongest bones in every animal's thing.
I reckon I could change the brain.
It's why people wear in boxing wear boxing gloves, because if you just punch someone straight in the face with your bare hands, it will just break your goddamn hand.
True.
It's why you wear boxing gloves. So
anyway, should we leave it there?
I reckon I could take on a kangaroo.
A kangaroo?
No, I'm kidding. I can't take on a
I was
kangaroo.
gonna
I've seen pictures of them just flexing in Australia next to her, like literally, and it's just like sheer muscle. This is the thing.
Well,
It's
it's
all
like
these
gorillas
muscles.
as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Sheer
All these animals are just sheer muscle. So you think you could take on a crocodile?
Yeah, I'm gonna say crocodile. I'm gonna say that's the one.
And how close would that be? Would it be like a 50-50? Or would it be like who made the mistake first?
Oh,
or?
it's who made the mistake first, right? Because if he gets me in a death roll, if he clamps on me, I'm gone.
I'm gonna say this: it has to be next to a riverbank. It's on. You do the ambushing, but he's next to a riverbank. So if he pushes you into the water, it's because otherwise
he's sunbathing near a riverbank. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think I could win that still. Because if he gets in the water, I'm in trouble.
I don't think you could, man.
Yeah, I reckon I could.
It's a big thing. The thing is, he's not going to stand there and let
It's
you.
big as well.
It is big. He's going to be wiggling and everything else. He's going to try and get you in the water and everything else.
True.
I don't think
and
that's a big.
I think it would panic.
No, it's but the thing is, an animal panicking is more frightening than an animal that's thinking logically, especially one that's an apex predator. I mean,
okay, I just googled how big a crocodile is. Because I was like, I bet it's bigger than a wolf, which is 1.2 to 2 meters.
It's bigger than a wolf.
Is 4.3 to 5.2 meters. That's really big. That's really big.
That's really big, and that thing's gonna be wiggling the whole time while you're like on top of it trying to kill it.
That's bigger than I thought it was.
It's not gonna stand still. It's not gonna be quiet. It's a big unit. It's a big.
Yeah.
That's a big unit of just sheer muscle, just wiggling around and everything else.
I could do it.
I don't think you could, man.
I could do it.
Well, your bare fist, no. If you had a knife,
yeah,
I reckon you might have a chance. If you go for your
you could kill almost anything with a knife, though, right?
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'd kill an elephant with a knife.
Well, yeah, you could kill an elephant with a knife. It's not a predator. It's not going to try and kill you.
Well, it could hit me though with it like trunk.
Actually, I don't think. Actually, I tell you what. I actually don't think you could kill an elephant with a knife. That thing's the thing how big an elephant is. That thing's big.
It's kind of It's kind of hard to just get
you hurt it. Unless it's really passive and doesn't care, it's all good. But otherwise, it's just
doesn't care that I'm stabbing it.
Well, it doesn't care. It doesn't see you if it doesn't see you as a threat, then fair enough. But if it sees you like, you're a human, I don't like you, and I don't trust you, therefore I'm going to charge. There is nothing you can do.
True. Yeah, if it charged at me, I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Anyway, I feel like we've gone off the topic. Well, no, we haven't gone off the topic.
This is a fun topic.
It is fun. I like this. Maybe we could go. I might revisit a similar topic soon. Another Would You Rather. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, inmates. I think we didn't mention it earlier. Like, I just called inmates. I thought it'd be a nice little, cute little tagline for you guys. As in, we're in lock in. You guys are too.
Yeah. Also, thank you for people on Apple Music. We did do a check. I think was it yesterday?
No, sorry, we checked last week, mate. It was. It was.
God,
mate, you've lost track of time completely.
I lost track. I'm a bit drunk.
Yeah. So Apple Podcasts. You guys, big up, you guys. Like 59% of our listeners. I thought Spotify and you should be putting in numbers, but no, it's Apple Podcasts. Big up you. And thank you for the ratings. We're 5-star rated. Bang.
Yeah, it's screw Joe Rogan and Spotify give us a deal. Apple, where's our deal? We'll do it.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts, get us on.
Let's rival Joe Rogan.
Let's rival Joe Rogan. It's exactly, mate. They don't stand a chance. Thank you so much, listeners. Always take it easy, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.